Gosh, there is a heat wave in New York, and there is lots of rain here in Zvirov. You know, not that I'm saying there's a connection there, but is the rain going to stop or is it going to stay? You know, hello rainy Zvirov. There is my crappy blue Peugeot partner next to the fire truck. There is my pile of wood that I guess will be chopped up. I don't know. I was thinking I'll have to display it somewhere. I don't know. I think I'll put it over there. But I've got the building over there is going to be like I'm going to get some graffiti artists to put some stuff on there because I'm just kind of pissed off with the mega conservatism in the town. I mean, it's so conservative that I think you don't feel comfortable using it at all. And anyway, yeah, so a little bit of stuff to be done around here. What else can I say? Yeah, the rain is coming down. What else do I publish on my blog other than me being useless me? Yeah, I think I will start singing again in the shower. I haven't done that for a couple of years. And see how that goes. You can see I've put the pallets on the top of the fire truck there. That's all the pallet gardens that used to be out the front to stop the trucks from parking out the front, but the mayor of the town demanded that I move those pallets so that the gravel depot could get its cars, get its vehicles in there, because it was running oversized, you know, it wasn't using the correct vehicle for moving on these roads, you know. But I mean, it's the Czech Republic. They go around pretty much everything they can, and they screw the individuals as much as they can, and they're just one big corporate oligarchy state, you know, whatever they want to do kind of thing, you know. I mean, unfortunately, the democratic institutions just didn't get to really operate here too much, you know. I mean, the Soviet stars still, you know, really bent into people's heads, and it's difficult to get those kind of centralised systems out of people's minds, and for them to understand that there are other possible ways of being, you know, without having to operate under kind of such a hyper-centralised administration. I mean, so much so that you wonder whether you wonder how the corporations even survive with the amount of corruption within the operating networks here. I mean, I guess that's why supermarkets and all of these other things are pretty much the same price as they are in Germany, because there's just so much theft, because, you know, there's so much theft mostly from middle and upper management, because, you know, only people that have connections to the old networks are able to run these operations, and they need to siphon everything out where they can. But I mean, imagine that you've got wages that are a third of what they are in Germany, and supermarket prices that are pretty much the same. So, you know, these old wheels from the Soviet times that are, you know, now you have Putin's shadow falling across Europe with the unity of Trump and Putin, and, you know, with that unity, you know, what's it going to bring? You know, like, what's it going to bring to this part of the world? You know, as it just becomes power politics. You know, that's all it is, power politics. You know, individuals, you know, you can talk about it in the pub, but that's about it. You know, the mayors are behaving like landlords. The railway companies are just, you know, I don't know, just going where the power goes. You know, building whatever the power says, the powers that be say build that. And if there's enough money behind it, then the building office will just push it through. You know, it doesn't matter about the water management, and as we have all this water coming down now, you know, flowing through all of the, you know, totally unregulated, huge gravel depot, private gravel depot on top of the old Jewish factory that was 3 generations in Jewish ownership, and now just a grain silo on top of it, and surrounded by 30-metre high piles of gravel, and a fish farm dangerously, precariously behind the Jewish cemetery. This is what happens in Central Europe. So on the outside, it might look quite good statistically and by numbers, but without small and medium-sized business, the whole country is basically hollowed out. So when the financial crisis comes, it's going to be pretty difficult for this country, for just average people, because pigs have to stay fat, and there's not much you can do about that. Okay, that's a rant for me for my blog as it rains down here, and thank you for watching this kind of I guess video from where I am. I'm thinking of making a bit more music, but I don't know if I could be bothered sharing it. It sounds pretty crappy, like just kind of crappy, moronic. I don't know if I can subject the world to that again. Okay, see you later, guys.